You having trouble with your friendship? You and them friendship edition. I'm probably going to put these in a new playlist on YT, depending on how they go. So if you're new here, it's one spread for you, one spread for the friend. In this case, they're normally love readings. I have added the friendship option on my stand store, so you can select that one now. Right, so it's based over next 6 months. These are collective. Take what resonates. So we're going to start with you. See if she wants to come out again. Let's flip them. Nine of Pentacles wanted to come out. Right, start with you, and then we'll go on to them. Uno. Dos. Right, okay, so looking all right for you. So we start off with the Five of Cups in the reverse. Cups, water, emotions. You're the figure in black. You're in black because you're mourning or grieving. 3 cups that have fallen over. There's 2 full ones behind him there. Upright position, stuck in grieving mode. 1-1-1 on the time. I can't see a way out. Reverse position. As I always say with this card, it's okay to be angry, sad, piddled off, annoyed. Something's not worked out. Somebody's done you over. But it's about realizing there is going to be better times ahead. You're then going to be focusing on building up that strength. I can do this without this person in my life. 6 of Wands, Wands fire action. Story of this card is some great war going off. This village has been out to local battle. They've won. They've returned back to the village. They're celebrating. They know the greater war is yet to be won, but they know by celebrating the little wins along the way, it helps to boost morale of the troops. So you're staying positive. I think this is kind of a fallout situation here. Let's continue. Right, 9 of Cups, Cups, water, emotions, 9's reflection card. You're the chap on the stool there, proudly presenting the 9 cups. As I always say with this card, in life, people let you down. In life, stuff goes wrong. And it's about looking back and going, do you know what? And in this case, on an emotional level, I turned up, I showed up, I brought my cup to the party. If they can't see that, F them sideways, they can watch me rise. We then got the Temperance card. So the Temperance card for me is the alignment card. It's when our mind, body, soul's all in alignment. We know who we are, what we want, where we're going. You'll also notice the angels pouring in, throwing cup. So it talks about periods of self-love, self-care, self-healing. Overall outcome card. 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. You're the chap in the garden there looking over the fruits or flowers. Not ready for harvest yet, needs to get to 10. Upright position is going in the right direction. So he's just giving himself a pat on the back, right? Obstacles or blockages. 3 of Wands in the reverse. Wands fire action. Upright position, you're the chap there. Turned your back on the past, about to take your first steps out into the great unknown. It's in the reverse position. The obstacle or blockage here is if you don't push forwards on your path yourself, basically. If you're resistant, I don't think you're going to, but there probably will be a bit of a temptation there. Removing any blockages. 3 of Swords. Swords are where we think, words we use. This is the heartbreak card for obvious reasons. Although it's the heartbreak card, it is swords. So it's often stuff from the past. So I feel like what this is basically saying is that whoever this friend is, you need to accept that they've done you over. Okay. I've not got any concerns for this collective whatsoever because they're making the right steps. You know, as I was saying, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to kind of mourn and grieve that connection, but it's about realizing, do you know what? I don't need them. I can do this on my own. Okay, right. So let's go on to sip of tea. Let's go on to spread 2 then. So yeah, no concerns. I know it's obviously not very nice if you have a fallout with a friend, or in this case, I kind of want to say parting of the ways. But you're going to be fine. You're going to be perfectly fine. Right, so let's go on to them and see what's cracking off. See if there's any kind of clues to what's happened here. Right. Right, interesting. So we start off with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. Again, so court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. Knights don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens, more so than the pages, but they're more about forward motion. This knight's coming forward and offering the pentacle. It's in the reverse position. What it kind of feels like here is, because I was a little bit unsure, is this you refusing? I feel it's because you're not gonna push forwards. I think that this person arrogantly thinks that you're gonna kind of come forward and offer them something to try and keep the relationship going, and you've had enough. You're done. Nine of Wands in the reverse, Wands fire action, Nine's reflection cards. We call this guy the Wounded Warrior. It's going to be a bit oddsy, but he's got bandage on his head, one on each arm. This guy's been through the ringer. He's looking back and he's going, do you know what? I might be beaten, bloody, battered and bruised. However, I'm still standing. Now, it's in the reverse position, feeling defeated. It's got a kind of poor me, pity me, oh, this has gone wrong, look at me, energy to it. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So the Wheel of Fortune for me talks about the energy around us or the way we're thinking about things. Now, I feel it's energetic, okay, and I feel like things are going to start stagnating for them. I feel like there might be a little bit of karma at play here. I think this person's done you over a little bit, done you dirty, okay? Right, Ace of Swords in the reverse. Swords are where we think words we use. Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So in the upright position, this is about going, right, long term, I need to change my mindset on this or the way I communicate because I've kind of done somebody dirty here. They're refusing to do that. Page of Pentacles. Page is more youthful energy. So much like the page of, the Knight of Pentacles, this is about an offer. Page is offers a dog. Really, really small. Get it in the doggy do bag, right? If this was a love reading, this would be the breadcrumbing card. Okay. Now, I've got a sneaky suspicion this is them starting to breadcrumb somebody else because there's nothing here to indicate they're coming back, right? Overall outcome card. Strength. Okay, I don't want to say. Do I want to say that? It's one of two things, right? If they're starting to breadcrumb somebody else, that's giving them the confidence and strength. So they're gonna play silly buggers with somebody else. If not, then it like I said, there's nothing to indicate it here, but they could come forwards in some kind of pages energy with a little offer. I don't think you're going to accept it, and that could also be pride kicking in. There's definitely a certain amount of pride because they don't want to face what they've done. They don't want to change their mindset. Obstacles or blockages. Temperance. So they've got the temperance card here. Right, I feel like this person, the obstacle or blockage is that they're only focused on pouring into their own cup. Okay, they're only focused on themselves. Don't want to say that's normally advice for you, isn't it? No, I'm going to go with that. Removing any blockages. I suppose, well, it is advice for you, isn't it? This person's just self-centered. That's all they want to do, focus on themselves. Removing any blockages. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Swords there where we think words we use. Knight's forward motion. Upright position, the Knight of Swords talks about news coming in fast, expressing ourselves. It's in the reverse position. I feel like what this is basically saying is that don't expect them to ever come forward with any kind of truth or apology. You're better off out of this. You've made the right choices and it is going to get better. For them, they are going to be serving some karma. Just leave them to it. What I was drawn to there on that strength card as well was the infinity loop above the lady's head there. So I feel it's more to do with pride, and I feel that's keeping them stuck in a karmic loop. This person's just selfish. They think about themselves. They're breadcrumb people. They do the poor me, pity me act. You're better off out of it. So yeah, if you want a personalised friendship, you and them reading, link top of the profile, 20 quid, same day guaranteed. Let's unpick it.